friends, welcome back. I'm here with my February Azure Standard haul. So if you've been here for the past month or so, you know we've been stocking up on our grains, and that is more of what we're doing this time. You can see I've got huge things of grains. So first of all, I have this massive 50-pound sack of hard white wheat. That's because the hard white wheat is what we use most of all to make our daily loaves of bread. There's different types of wheat. There's the soft wheat we use when we're making cookies and stuff. We don't do that as often. The barley or the spelt sometimes we use in those softer desserts, but again, we don't use those as often, but we do make bread on a regular basis, and then the sweet treats we save for every once in a while. So I fully expect our spelt and our soft white wheat to last us a really long time. The other thing that we use quite a bit is this einkorn. This has a really delicious flavor. However, it's quite a bit more expensive than just plain old hard white wheat. So we'll use the hard white wheat for standard, but we'll definitely add in some einkorn as we go. And I heard you guys, y'all asked me to do some videos talking about the different kinds of wheat and showing you some bread making techniques using the different wheat and grinding your own wheat. And we're gonna be talking all about that this month. So be sure to subscribe so you can watch those videos. And the other thing that I got, the other grain that I got in bulk is this corn. And I got this so we can make cornmeal, so we can make cornbread, all of those things. So there is my corn. And because I got such huge bags of these things, I have 50 pounds of hard white wheat, 25 pounds of corn, and 25 pounds of einkorn. Because I have such huge bags of those, I don't have a whole lot of extra, but I do have a few things that I'll walk you through. But that's how it goes when you're stocking up your pantry and you're really bulk supplying things. You bulk up on one thing at a time and slowly you build that stockpile. So what do we have here? Okay, so this is our honey, and I have not tried Azure's honey. So if you have, give me a holler. I have heard really, really good things about their honey. If you watch some of their videos, their farming practices, their insistence on finding the purest, healthiest products makes me really confident that this is going to be delicious and healthy honey. And it's pure raw honey, so it's going to have all of the health benefits that we are looking for. I had bought half a gallon. I split a gallon of honey with one of my friends last year at the Okie Homesteading Expo when they had a really amazing beekeeper there. And I just this week ran out of the last drop of my half gallon of honey. So I am glad to have some more honey to try this out. We use honey in our bread making, so we go through a lot of it. So I am very glad to be able to try. This is orange blossom honey. And if you don't know, this is really fascinating. One of the things I learned at the Homesteading Expo last year from the beekeeper that we bought the honey from was they take the bees around to different areas, to different types of pollinators, maybe in a peach orchard in the spring, and then maybe in a vegetable garden, and the honeys taste different. And I'd never really experienced that until we got this half a gallon, and it didn't come in a big half-gallon jug. We got it in small containers, and each of the containers was a different season of the year. And it was really fascinating to get to taste the difference in the bees' honey, and I was really excited. So anyway, I'm excited to try orange blossom honey and see how it tastes. By the way, this is a complete side note, but if you're a subscriber, y'all, my brother and sister-in-law for Christmas this year got us a beehive. And so we already have 2 nukes of bees on order for May. So we've got lots of learning to do. And we are going to be official beekeepers come May. And so we'll be having some content revolving around beekeeping and honey. And I'm sure we'll make tons of mistakes, but that will be fun. We would love all your tips and tricks or your recommendations for good resources or anything. Drop them down in the comments. Okay, let's see what we have here. Lids. I am excited about these. So several months ago, I got these massive gallon jars. I'm going to show you from Azure. And this, I had kept them, and this is what I decided to keep my wheat berries in. They're lovely. However, I didn't realize at the time they didn't come with lids. So I have this little rubber banded paper towels over top with the labels. But this time I ordered the lids. So yay, look how pretty. I have lids for my jars. So that's the one thing. So if you've been here a while, you'll know that we've been trying to slowly trade out some less healthy choices for more healthy choices. The current one is our wheat, and we're going to try to start milling our own grains consistently, and we've been pretty good about that for the last couple months, which has been a win in my book. And the next thing that I'd like to switch out is our rice. Some of the same health benefits can come from having rice that's been unrefined, unprocessed, unbleached. You've got more nutrients in it. And I asked in the Azure Standard group on Facebook what everybody's favorite rice was, and so many people said this brown basmati rice. And so I decided to give this a try. So here we are, brown basmati. And like with anything else, you can buy huge, humongous bags of this. I did not buy the smallest bag, but I also didn't buy a 50-pound bag, right? I want to try it. I want to see how it works for us before I just dive in whole hog. Baking powder. It's been a while since we've refreshed our baking powder, and I don't know if you know this, but really baking powder does have an expiration date. If it's been in your pantry for more than a year or so, you probably want to update your baking powder, because you'd be surprised at how much of a difference in like your poofiness of your cookies that fresh baking powder can make. And again, Azure has some really pure baking powder. It does not have aluminum in it, and it's hard to find non-aluminum baking powder at just a regular grocery store. So there you go, baking powder. And I got this last time, but I'm refreshing our stock of it. Is our pure organic cane sugar. It's the raw form of sugar. If we're going to eat sugar in things, I'd like it to be as pure as possible. Sugar, again, is not the healthy choice, but it can be healthier than the processed white powder that we have. So this is the raw organic sugar. And then we've got our olive oil. We got this last time, and I absolutely love their olive oil. It's not super, sometimes when you buy olive oil, it's got a really almost bitter, strong taste. This does not. This tastes delicious, and I really am excited about their olive oil. And this is one of those things, when we have the money, that I am gonna start buying in larger volumes. This just wasn't the month for it with all of the wheat and grains. You can only do so much. So here's our haul, and you'll notice that usually I get big things of produce. I didn't this time. Again, that's because I really focused on stocking up on grain, and the budget can only stretch so far. I would have loved to gotten a huge case of apples or citrus fruit. I think that I'm gonna make sure that I add some oranges to my order next time, because it's the time of year where it's going to be perfectly delicious and in season. So yes, this is our Azure Standard order. It was a quick haul this time, but that's okay. I am eager very much to dig into these and start making bread. And if you're new to Azure Standard, if you don't know what it is, be sure to click the link that I'm gonna put in the description box. You can check and see if there's a drop in your area. They'll deliver once a month, and they have amazing, amazing quality of food and different things, random like jars and plants and all sorts of stuff. Seeds, you can even get your seeds this time of year. But I will put our affiliate link down in the box below so that you can click on it and find out more about Azure Standard and whether they are close to your area or not.